Good morning and welcome to Superior Sunrise. Join us as we bring you the latest cattle and superior livestock news, candid interviews with some of our greatest representatives, producer spotlights, and talk with industry leaders from across the United States. It's time to rise and shine the superior way.
Good morning and welcome to Superior Sunrise, live from Billings, Montana. I'm Kirby Schnorr and I'm glad you've joined us this morning. We have a great show for you full of wonderful guests, starting off with world champion auctioneer Charlie Cummings to give us a brief update on the market, and ending the show with world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade to preview what we have to offer in today's auction. So grab a cup of coffee and don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Did you know that your checkoff works to grow demand for U.S. beef in more than 80 countries? Did you know export markets add more than $250 in value to each head? Did you know your checkoff works to develop, defend, and dispel in an effort to expand international markets? While you're focused on managing your beef business, your checkoff is developing new foreign markets and defending those where U.S. beef is currently sold. Get to know your checkoff at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Do your cattle struggle with pink eye, BRD, or another disease? Contact Newport Laboratories for a customized solution. Our custom-made vaccines are produced using the specific diseases found in your area. These USDA licensed vaccines offer potential cost savings on vaccine and labor and are available in the traditional liquid format or in solid dose, a dual dose vaccine implant. Contact your veterinarian or Newport Laboratories the next time your cattle are in need of a custom solution. Newport Laboratories, custom-made vaccine, because every situation is different.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now with me is world champion auctioneer Charlie Cummings. Charlie, here we are in beautiful Billings, Montana. I know when we were flying in yesterday, the skies were clear. It looked crisp and chilly outside. And it kind of was. It was like 68 degrees. It was a vast change from Fort Worth, Texas, let me tell you. But the room was full yesterday. We had a dinner last night, and there was over 200 people. I mean, people are excited for this auction.
Yeah, we are so happy to be here in Billings, Montana with Superior Livestock once again. And I tell you what, great turnout, tremendous offering today. And, yeah, what a great job Boeing Ingelheim last night. Animal Health had a great prime rib dinner, and lots of people there and really exciting. And, you know, thunderstorms moved through this area. A lot of places getting rain, and, man, this country looks absolutely beautiful, crisp and cool this morning. And but we do want to send thoughts and prayers. A lot of wildfires out there in different spots, and those folks are definitely in our thoughts, and keeping things protected and clean.
Well, you know, one of the things, like you mentioned, Boehringer Ingelheim putting on that dinner for everybody last night, there's several industry partners here. We've got lots of booths set up right here. I know a couple behind us, but we're excited to have them here, and they're excited to be here.
They are. It's such a great opportunity for them as well as us, and for them to visit and talk. And I know at Council Bluffs, I took the opportunity to talk to several of them about different things that's happening on our ranches, and it gives these guys that's coming here that opportunity as well. So all those industry partners, we're so blessed to have them. They do such a great job, and yeah, the little room here is filled right up with booths. So yeah, it's exciting.
It definitely is. I know that's one thing that we always talk about. It's kind of a theme that you go on these summer road trips and you get to see people that you don't get to see year round. And so you get to put a name to a face, and that's really nice. And I know that's nice for all these industry partners here that are partners with Superior. They get to put, you know, a name to some of their customers' faces, and they really enjoy that. But switching gears a little bit, we've got a lot to talk about. But first, let's talk about the market and what we can expect in today's auction.
You know, I think we look at today's auction, it's exciting. I mean, we look at the basis on this board, and with this board up 450 one day and down 450 the next, and it just seems to me we're just doing business. I mean, it looks like to me these calves, we look for them to be steady to higher, and a tremendous market. You look at the feeder cattle and spayed heifers, and on that side of things, I look for us to be steady where we were last week at Tallgrass, and you want to look at the northern cattle, I think we'll be steady where we were at Council Bluffs, and that's really exciting. There's a lot of guys that gathering up a lot of inventory for that fall time of year. You know, the crops look tremendous in several spots, so I look for a very active market. You know, it's a great way of commerce right here in the auction, and it's very competitive, and I think the competitiveness will sure show today here in Billings, and that's exciting.
I know we got a lot of cattle on today and a lot of good cattle. I mean, people like to say this is cattle country, and I know the whole United States has a lot of great cattle in it, but people are here to sell their calves and they're wanting top dollar. So if you're in need of a buyer's number, go ahead and give Superior a call at 800-422-2117. Before I let you go, Charlie, we have to mention we've got our scholarship, and it's due today. It's $6,000, the Buddy Jeffers Memorial Scholarship, along with Superior Livestock, offering that to a graduating senior.
It is. What a great opportunity. I mean, $6,000 and get the turned in. Today's the day. So if you got a graduating senior, you know somebody, be sure to get that turned in. And I tell you what, get ready, because we got a lot of exciting things coming up at Superior Livestock here in the next 2 weeks.
We definitely do. So visit superiorlivestock.com and check out all the calendars and all the things we got coming up. Thanks for being on this morning. When we come back, some very special guests. Don't go anywhere.
Get the most out of your nutritional program with BioSI Technologies Jackpot, an easy-to-use, direct-fed microbial every successful value-added program is using.
The Jackpot has got them on feed quicker. We've had lower death loss, lower medicine use, and better gains.
Jackpot is certified by the WSDA for organic use and is on the IMI Global Feed Verified list. Don't gamble with your nutritional plans. High-risk cattle are better managed with Jackpot.
Want a herd free of flies that can reach its maximum potential? Purchase Just a Fly through ChampionStoreUSA.com/shop or Amazon.com. You can also ask your local reseller. For more information, call 1-800-898-0987. Increase your production with Just a Fly.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me, like I said before break, is some very special guests. The Hoots, a part of Rockport Colony. I want to thank you all for being here this morning. I know Chris Brookman, your Superior representative, probably had to pull your arm a little bit. I could tell. I had to pull your arm to get you guys over here in these hot seats. But they're really not hot seats, so let's just dive right into it. Tell us a little bit about your guys' operation, how you got started selling Superior with Superior. I know you've been doing it since '89, so tell us about your calves and selling with Superior.
So we're up on the Rocky Mountain front with all the predators, and when we started with Superior in 1989, Chris come up there was the first colony to sell calves, and we've sold ever since and had great luck with it. And it's kind of tough up on the front in the winter time when you start calving in January. Winters can be pretty harsh, lots of snow, so it takes a lot of effort to bring these calves to market, and we work hard at it. There's a lot of work to it, and we're trying our best. And I was going to say we have the best calves, but there's somebody maybe in front of us, and that might be Chris Brookman. So I guess my son Don here is the guy that takes care of the cows and calf operation up there. Joe Wallner was up there, and he did it for a lot of years, and then he retired. So when somebody gets old like that, they don't really retire, but you have to get a young guy in there, and then there's lots of knowledge there. So if there's problems or something like that, you can go ask, like Don can go and talk to Joe, and we all work it out, and it's hard work, which everybody knows. So you might want to ask Don a few questions.
Well, thank you for telling us a little bit about the operation. Speaking of harsh conditions, people who are watching the show, they might not understand what you have to go through. So I know putting these calves on Superior and hoping for top dollar is your guys' main objective, but you participate in some programs like VAC. Tell us why you do that.
To sell the best calves we can and hope the feedlots are happy with what we sell, and try to use good genetics so we can get top dollar for our calves.
Tell us a little bit about how genetics, how you've seen them change over the years and how they play a role in your guys' calves that you're selling.
Oh yes, we first started up with Herefords, and we just didn't feel they were doing this our best, so we went to Simmental, Red Simmental, and we didn't like them very much, so we finally went to the Brooker Charlets, and we really like it.
Well, I know DeBrucker Charlet, they play a big part in what you guys do. I want to thank you all for being on here this morning. I know we're running out of time and I got to wrap it up, but I know you guys do work really hard. You weather some storms up there, and you've got a lot that goes into your operation, so I want to wish you the best of luck selling your calves today. I'm sure they'll bring top dollar, and thanks again for working with Superior Livestock. We greatly appreciate it. When we come back, some more special guests. Stay with us.
Long range, huh? Says here in a weight gain trial of 15,000 stockers, parasite control with long range outperformed 5 other dewormers by an average of 28 pounds. Extra 28 pounds per head. Wonder what that'd feel like.
Do not treat within 48 days of slaughter. Not for use in female dairy cattle 20 months of age or older, including dry dairy cows or in veal calves. Post-injection site damage such as granulomas and necrosis can occur. These reactions have disappeared without treatment. You have a lot to gain with long range.
If you're looking for livestock equipment, whether it be permanent or portable, call Ackerman Distributing at 1-800-726-9091. They are #1 in the nation with portable wheel corrals. Also handle portable tubs and portable alleys, double alleys, loading chutes, manual chutes, hydraulic chutes. AckermanDistributing.com. 1-800-726-9091.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Superior Livestock Consigners Rich and Ellen Franco and Superior Livestock Representative Chris Brookman. Thank you guys for being here this morning. I know we got to talk a little bit earlier, but just dive right into it. Tell us about your operation. I know you participate in pretty much all the programs that we have to offer, but tell us about your cattle and what you're offering today.
We have Black Angus. We purebred Montana Angus cattle. We're selling 2 loads of steers and 2 loads of heifers, and this year we're having a very bad drought. So we're selling all the calves. We're not keeping any replacement heifers. And we've been in the programs quite a bit. And we're NHTC, we're IMI certified, GAP, natural. And we have Mr. Brookman helping rep us and taking care of us.
Well, we'll get into some of those stories about Mr. Brookman a little later. But Chris, tell us about their operation. I mean, when you went there and why you encourage them to participate in the programs that they do.
Well, I think they pretty much did that on their own. They're very conscious about the product they raise. They have the progressive genetics, everything you can imagine. And Ellen, I guess, is the boss. She keeps Rich and I both going. She's very much a part of the operation. She works right hand in hand with Rich, and they run 400 and some cows by themselves, just the two of them. They're very hard workers, and I'll tell you what, you wouldn't have to go to their house to load the calves. All you got to do is show up, because they won't put anything on the truck that they're not proud of.
And that's most important. I know you guys as consigners, you really value that when you're selling your calves, and you want your buyers to be appreciative and proud of what they're buying. So tell us a little bit about the move. And I know you guys started out at a certain ranch and now you're in a grassier place. Talk about that.
Well, when we got married, we were ranching with his parents in Melrose, which is between Dillon and Butte in western Montana. And then 22 years in, we decided that we needed to economically make a move. So we're in eastern Montana now, in Terry. And we're doing the same thing, just a little bit differently. We own a little more grass now.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about the drought, and I know you guys were talking about how the move was good for you guys and good for your operation, but let's talk about the calves that you're selling today.
We have 525-pound weight break on the steer calves and 480-pound weight break on the heifer calves. They're all Montana Angus sired. The cows in the background a ways may have a little other genetics, but they're very black. And we calve in April in open range calving. And then we ship in early October. We have a scale there at the ranch. And so we're just happy to get them shipped and gone.
I bet you guys are, and I bet Chris is excited to have them on the auction today. Before we wrap up, do you got any stories on Mr. Brookman? I know a relationship between a consignor and a rep is really important. So if you've got anything you want to tell us, you can share with us now.
Oh, we appreciate him very much. We've been fortunate enough to have some very good superior refs on both sides of the state.
Well, thank you guys for being on here this morning. When we come back, a special guest from Gen X. Stay with us.
At 44 Farms, we believe work starts at sunup and doesn't stop until sundown. We believe in order to live off the land, you have to love and respect it. We believe that cattle aren't just raised, they're nurtured. And we believe when you do things right, with honesty and integrity, well, things like quality and consistency happen naturally. 44 Farm Steaks, responsibly raised all-natural beef.
Calling all graduates, it's that time again to apply for the Superior Livestock Auction and Buddy Jeffers Memorial Scholarship. This $6,000 scholarship is rewarded to a graduating child or grandchild of a Superior customer or Superior representative. Deadline is approaching, so don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information and the essay topic, log on today at superiorlivestock.com. Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Chad Reisick with Gen X. I want to thank you for being here this morning. I know we got your booth right behind us, but you guys have a strong presence with Superior Livestock, and all across summer we see you guys have a booth at all of our auctions. Let's start off with talking about your guys' relationship and partnership with Superior Livestock.
Yes, it's been continuing on for some time, and I just came on board with Gen X in March, so this is all new. This is my first time at Superior, and very pleased and happy to be here.
Well, I know we've got a lot to talk about, the mentality, the cow sense, all that, but let's talk about the bulls and everything that you guys wanted to cover today.
Okay. Yeah, Gen X is want to provide bulls that are maternal, that will help producers, that the cows will have pounds. Pounds convert to dollars for these producers. On the female side, there's a lot of them that keep replacements, and so we're looking at foot structure, leg structure, udder quality, and Cody's done a great job bringing in new bulls with new bloodlines to our lineup, but not forgetting what brought Gen X to where we're at today.
I know traits is something that's widely talked about. Talk about the convenience traits and just the different kind of cattlemen that you guys service across the country.
Well, the country's different all over, and so different producers want different things, but overall I feel the lineup at Gen X will cover a lot of bases for a lot of cattlemen all through the United States. And some bulls that work here will not work in other parts due to environmental and climate, and so we feel good about where we're headed.
There's a lot of people that when they watch The American Rancher, Gen X does have a show. So Chute Side Service is known across the country. I mean, people love it, they use it. But for those at home who are watching who don't know a lot about Chute Side Service, can you tell us a little bit more about it?
I can, yes. We have independent contractors spread all through the United States, and they're not there just to help sire selections. They will help you with breeding protocols. They will actually be there on the labor side, because we know time and labor is a big factor with about everyone. And so they will, if you're using seeders, they will be there to put them in, pull them out, and be AI techs. And we have breeding barns throughout United States, and so if it's a large herd project, we'll bring our breeding barn and help assist in any way, because we want to make it easy, smooth for every producer out there.
Well, if people want to know more about Gen X, how can they go about getting more information?
Best thing is go to our website, and if you are looking for an independent contractor and you don't know who he or she is, go there, call customer service. They will get you in touch with an aerial manager, and he or she will set you up with an independent contractor.
I want to thank you for coming on with me this morning and for your guys' relationship and partnership with Superior Livestock. When we return, Brian Ludvigson, don't go anywhere.
My grandfather used to put them on a stock car and go to Sioux City, Iowa in the 50s and 60s. Now we have it World Wide Web. You can watch it on internet or TV or wherever, and they can see our cattle. So that means a lot to us too.
Join us in Billings, Montana for Superior's Big Sky Roundup. For more information, visit superiorlivestock.com.
Superior Livestock is proud to announce a new partnership with Biozyme Inc. Since 1995, value-added calf programs have created premiums when calves sell on Superior's video auctions. Traditionally, when ranchers think of adding value, it is derived from a quality health program dependent upon vaccinations. But together, Superior and Biozyme are putting a new twist on creating premiums for healthier cattle through a mineral supplement program. Healthier cattle are more profitable, and now cattle that have been fed a VitaFerm or GainSmart Amifirm-based mineral supplement for a minimum of 45 days prior to auction will receive the VitaFerm or GainSmart value-added logo in Superior's catalogs and on-screen as the cattle sell. VitaFerm raised targets cow-calf producers and is for calves that are raised on a VitaFerm fed dam and or was fed a VitaFerm mineral themselves during preconditioning for a minimum of 45 days prior to the auction and through delivery. GainSmart targets stocker, feeder, and backgrounding operators and will recognize calves that have been fed a GainSmart mineral for a minimum of 45 days prior to auction and through delivery. For more information, go to superiorlivestock.com or call 800-422-2117. Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now joining me is Ryan Ludvigson, no stranger to Superior Livestock Auctions, Superior Sunrise, or any of our sales. I know you have a lot of clients here, and you have a lot of clients across the country, Ryan. But let's dive right into it. Let's talk about your program and how important genetics are to you guys.
Oh, thanks, Kirby. Good morning. Welcome, everybody, to Billings, Montana. Great place. Yes, Kirby, we work with a lot of people all over, the United States, but we've got a big set of customers that will be here today selling cattle as well. And we really try and help the people market their cattle and do a nice job with their genetics as far as having high-performance cattle, really good carcass quality and things like that, as well as having cattle that are calving ease cattle and very maternal for the ranchers out on the ranch year-round.
That's something you hear about. I know you guys were just in Florida for Florida Cattlemen's, but your guys' genetics are known nationwide. And so, you hear people who talk about, this bull can't work in this area, or, the bull that works in Montana might not be able to work in Texas. But your genetics are really widely known, like I said, because they are able to get out and work for a lot of different people and work in a lot of different country.
Exactly, Kirby. I tell you what, Red Angus, and that's really why we're, have been in the Red Angus breed for so many years, is that those cattle are very adaptable to many environments, and especially heat-tolerant environments in the southern United States, but as well as throughout the United States. And the cattle do go into various environments. We sell bulls into Florida, we sell bulls into Nevada, we sell a lot of bulls in Montana and the upper Dakotas, and so, yeah, we do send them all over the country, and they are very adaptable to many environments.
Well, speaking of selling bulls, I know you do have your upcoming auction. Will you tell us a little bit about that and what you're offering?
Sure. We'll have 3 bull sales this coming fall. Kirby, we'll have a bull sale in Missouri, just south of Kansas City at Nevada, Missouri. That's going to be the 21st of October. We'll then also have our home base sale here in Billings the 18th of November, where we'll be selling 150 kind of coming 2-year-old bulls. And then also, Kirby, this year we're going to have a new sale, and it's going to be in Colorado in Fort Collins, and we'll have 100 high-altitude PAP-tested bulls that will be available to people in higher elevation, high-altitude environments.
Well, I know you guys have a lot to offer, so if you want to know about any more of their auctions or to get a buyer's number, please visit superiorlivestock.com. I know that you can go there and you can visit your website as well to check out you guys, see what you have to offer. I know you're here for a lot of your customers. A lot of your customers are in there selling their calves, so I want to thank you for being here and coming on with me this morning on Superior Sunrise. When we come back, world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade. Stay with us.
An animal is just like us. The more comfortable they are, the better we perform in so many different areas, mentally, physically, our immune system. So the lower stress type protocols, from management to handling to vaccination, is obviously just increases performance.
Merck is very interested and very involved in minimizing stress on the cow herd so the cattle can perform at their best. One of the aspects that we have developed or that we have available for us is we have non-handling forms of dewormer.
You talk about deworming products and doing it orally and maybe even feed through in a way to where you're not having to handle those animals quite as much.
When you're trying to manage stress as it relates to the process of the preconditioning really that you want to get done at and around weaning time, there's 2 things to consider in my mind. One is when you do it, And that would mean don't do everything the day you wean. Second point would be what you use. And so what we're realizing now is that vaccinating and processing itself is a form of stress. It's not just going through the chute and being handled, it's also what's being injected.
If protection of health is the #1 priority on the ranch, performance is the second priority. So by adding the deworming products and the implant products, we're taking care of that as well within PrimeVac and able to bring that value back to the ranch and increase the marketability of those calves.
We at Merck Animal Health really focus on different products and different management tools to use to low stress in that animal. The more we can do it low stress, the better off everyone is and the more productive the calves are.
Always remember that it's your livelihood, but it's our responsibility. So we always try to remember and keep top of mind that we're trying to make your ranch more sustainable and provide products that not only protect your animals, but make them more valuable to you.
Superior's summer season is red hot in the high desert of Winnemucca, Nevada.
So it's kind of a break away from all those summer chores that we did, go someplace, get away for a few days, meet up with other people that we only see once a year at this sale, and have a good time. And watch a bunch of good cattle on the sale too.
Join Superior for the silver anniversary of the Video Royale live from Winnemucca, Nevada, July 31st through August 4th. It's the hottest ticket in town.
Welcome back to Superior Sunrise. Now with me is world champion auctioneer Ralph Wade. Ralph, here we are. Charlie and I talked about it. Beautiful Billings, Montana. And you know what we didn't talk about? It's 4th of July weekend.
That's right. You know, this is going to be a big holiday week, one of the bigger weeks all year long. Mm-hmm. And one of the good parts about it is that a lot of people grill that beef. They're out there barbecuing, they're cooking them steaks and out by the rivers and by the lakes and all. And it's a great time for the beef industry also. And with the product that we got out here today for them, it'll be great. No question about it.
No question about it. You're exactly right. Well, let's get right into it. Let's talk about the auction and what we're offering today.
Oh yeah, it's great to be up here in the Big Sky Country, and just like you've been interviewing some of our consigners this morning, and last night we had the steak dinner, and we had a big crowd of all the customers, a lot of the customers in here, and some of the buying power also that's here with us. So we're lined up and set to have a really great sale. We're going to start out, of course, with the Holsteins, and then region 3, 4, 5, and 6 on our yearling steers. The yearling heifers will follow that out of that region, and then we'll head up north, sell the region 1 and 2 yearling steers, yearling heifers up in the northern sector, region 1 and 2. Then a little change in the program because of our format on the calves. We're going to go back down to region 3, 4, 5, and 6, sell the calves on cows, then the wean calves, and then we'll come back up to region 1 and 2, and there's where we'll get into the wean calves and then the calves on cows, which we've got a great lineup of these great genetics and great calves, all produced by these great ranchers out of this country. And we'll kind of start out in regions. We're going to start out on western Wyoming, and then we're going to move over into eastern Wyoming, and we'll sell Montana calves, and we'll do it all through kind of region Utah calves and all those good northern genetics, and then wind up, of course, with our bred stock.
Well, like you said, we've got a big offering today, but it's a great offering because there's a lot of great genetics on the auction today. So if you're in need of a buyer's number, go ahead and give Superior a call at 800-422-2117. You can always visit our website at superiorlivestock.com. Speaking of last night's dinner, though, I think the folks at home would like to know that you serenaded people there. Oh. You gave people a show. You gave them a great song.
Well, yeah. Well, my good friend Chris Brookman, and I've known him for a long time. Way back even before the videos and all that. And Chris, he's a rep for us up here in this area, does a great job. A lot of his consigners here. And he came to me last evening. He said, would you get up and sing the auctioneer song? Well, it's been a lot of years, and I hadn't practiced it for a long time. But yes, I did get up, and it was just a really great time. And the feeling of just, of being up there, but also connecting with the buyers and the sellers that we're going to be, and the ranchers we're going to be working for today. It's just a great feeling.
It definitely is. And I know we always talk about this. We like putting a face to a name, and that's what we get to do at these away auctions. So we're glad to be here. We want to sell some cattle, and we want to thank you for joining us here on Superior Sunrise. So check out the auction. Visit superiorlivestock.com for more information. We'll see you next time in Breckenridge.